Hello everyone, welcome to Homestead Budgets. Today I am going to be doing an unstuffing slash mini condensing video. This is the first one that I have done of these. I just know that in this past week was really hectic for us. I talked about it a little bit in my last cash stuffing, so go back and check that out if you haven't already. I will try to link it somewhere, probably up here for you. But it was just really hectic. So even for some things that I had cash for in my wallet, I was using my card for. So I just want to go through this process of how I pay myself back when I do that. So for today, first I am going to kind of unstuff the little envelopes. Like, this is what I keep in my wallet. Because there are only a couple of things that I will habitually carry cash for. So going to be unstuffing these two to kind of use for change, and then depending on however much is in each, I will kind of subtract that from what I need to pull out of the envelopes that I keep at home. I hope that that makes sense. So in groceries, we've got 20, 30, 45, 46. What am I doing? It's been a week, y'all. And then in spending, we had 15. So, which all of this, like I said, is going to be going into paying myself back for things anyway, but I am going to make a little note of what I had in each so I can keep up with that. Alrighty, so what we have today, there are a couple of transactions. A lot of them were dining out. Like I talked about in our last video, our dog got really sick, and it just it kind of threw us off, and we didn't really have the energy to cook and different things like that. So definitely a lot more eating out this week than normal. But I'm going to go ahead and add up. We will, since I'm talking about it, be doing dining out first. So we have 14 plus 21. I don't worry with the cents. I do keep a buffer in my checking account, so I'm not worried about the change. 14, 21, and plus 24, and plus 5. So that's going to be $64. I did have 40. Whoa, that's weird. I like when stuff like that happens. So I owe my account $64. I hope that y'all can see that. $64, and I had $46 in my envelope already. It's not the exact, but I like the repeated numbers. So anyway, I'm such a nerd. So we need to grab 18 out of eating out, or it's probably called dining out in here. And hopefully I will be able to do change. If not, I know what envelope I need to go to for change, which I'm already gonna have to do. So I know that my Christmas folder has a lot of ones in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we'll pull out that 10 too. And so I pulled out 10 and ones, a $10 bill. So we were putting 20 back in here. So this is also helping me going ahead to condense this. I know that I have $48 in here. So 20, 45, 6, 7, 8. So we're good here. And then that is already condensed. 2 birds, 1 stone. It's all good. All right. So we need, what did I say, 18. So 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This 2 will go back in here. All right, and then the next one is going to be groceries. Again, it's so I don't know. It's so, I guess, kind of silly in my mind because I literally had the cash in my wallet. I think it's because I went to Trader Joe's and it was like so busy. It was so busy and the lines were like down the aisles. And I think that I was just trying to like move quickly so the next person behind me could like go ahead and ring and check out. And I panicked. I don't know why. But at Trader Joe's, it was $64. And you know what I just realized? The $46 that I said was going to dining out was actually in grocery. So we're just going to put it all together. It's already accounted for. In the end, food is food. So we're just going to use the 15 that we had for spending, which in my wallet is spending for anything that I want to spend on or dining out. So we're going to do 64 minus that 15 that is already here. And so we need $49, which I'm pretty positive I have a 50 in here. So we're just going to put that there. I don't have room. And the 1 will go back. Which, we are pretty stocked up on food. So honestly, I don't really see us having to go to the grocery store at any point this week. We may have to go for like milk or something like that. But we will figure that part out. But for the most part, we are good to go on groceries for a while. Which is nice. Nice to be able to do that. Just put that guy there. And then the other thing, like I mentioned earlier and in my video earlier this week, we had to take our dog to the emergency vet. Zach and I, my husband, I don't know if I've ever said his name on here. Zach is my husband. We split that, and some of that I've already transferred to him. And then, that ended up just coming out of like my account because it was just a quick type of situation. So I'm just going into my savings binder to pay myself back, from just letting that kind of come out of my account buffer. I am so glad that I started doing this and I actually had an emergency fund, because it was an emergency. We had to go to the vet at 4 o'clock in the morning for a dog who was like our kid. And we were both very worried about her. Luckily she is doing so much better now. Very, very thankful for that, but also very, very thankful that I had kind of covered myself over the past couple of months and already had this emergency fund. It's exactly what it's for. It was for an emergency. We're paying it back. I'm really grateful that it was there for me to be able to do that. So let me just do this. So $160 is the amount that I need to pay myself back. The other part of it, I've just gone ahead and pulled out of my bucket that I have in my Ally account, to pay off the other part. So the part that has to come out of the cash envelope is $160. So 1, 2, and 3. So we've got 1, 20, 40, 60. All right. And that's really all that I have to unstuff for this past week. I am going to go through here really quickly and see if I can condense anything down. If I'm going to be going ahead and taking this to the bank, I'd rather take smaller bills, and so that way none of these envelopes get too terribly chunky. So we've got 10, 15, 20 here. We'll change that out for a $20 bill. I'm pretty positive this is $80. 20, 40, 60, 80, yep. So that can stay. Actually, let's do, so I'm going to take 60 out and bring back a 50 and a 10. I know that that's not like crazy condensing it down, but why not? If we've got higher bills here, we'll just keep them in the envelopes. So now we've got 50, 70, 80. Might as well, right? All right. I don't think that I need to condense anything in my savings binder, but we will just make sure, because I like to stay on top of the savings, especially. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, that's 80. So yeah, that can stay. So I'm like, I try to stay really words are difficult today, friends. I try to stay really diligent on moving money over from each of these envelopes. When it gets to $500 in cash, I like to just go ahead and put it in that high yield savings account. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll just take a 5 for that, and we will pick a nice one. All right. We know that's condensed all the way down. And so is that, because we were just there. Baby fund, I think we can condense a little bit. Yep. So 10, 15, and 20. Date night's good. Vacation maybe could use a little. Yeah, so 20, 30, 40, 55. So let's do, I don't have another 50, so let's take these two 10s. We will trade for a 20. And then we still have 55. 20, 40, 50, and 5. Which I might, this is so ridiculous. I'm gonna find, I mean, there's not super nice, oh yeah, that's a nicer 5. Keep the nicer ones. Take the uglier ones back to the bank. Alright, and that's condensed all the way down. Pretty positive everything is good in here. That's good. Car maintenance. Probably can, yeah. So we will leave this one, trade this in for a 20. So 20 and 5, which really, like I said, that's going to get spent. I don't actually think, I've filmed 2 videos in one day. So that's going to get spent this week, so it's okay if they're not like the prettiest bills in the whole wide world. Gas I know is condensed down. And then, so I know we already condensed Christmas. Spending is condensed. Health is good. Self-care I think can get a 10 instead of 2 5s, I believe are in here. Yes. So, what do we have here? That's a good one. I used to think that that was so funny when I was like watching videos before I started making some myself. And then when I started cash stuffing on a more frequent basis, I was just like, they are so right. All of them. They're all so right. You want to have the nicest bills in here. So we know Christmas is already good. Gifts is good. Annual bills I'm pretty sure is good. Yep, there's just 15 in there. Okay. So we are all good. We are all condensed down. So go ahead and get this all together. I'm doing this in a weird way, huh? 10s, 20s, and 100. All right. And I'm going to use my calculator to add this up because my brain is on about half capacity today. So we've got 100, 20, 40, 60, plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, plus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, so that's a total of 288 that is going back. That matches what I have on my end. So this is my little back to the bank envelope, but I am not going to, since I did end up doing a constuffing, do you like that? Since I ended up doing a condensing, I'm not going to put that in there. I'll probably just use the envelope that I got when I withdrew money to be able to take this back. But yeah, that is all that I have for today's video. If you made it all the way to the end, I'm trying to think of, ooh, a little envelope. Put a little envelope, or it's like, I'm pretty sure there's a little envelope emoji or a little card emoji in the comment section, so that way I know you made it all the way to the end. If you haven't already, I would super love if you would subscribe and like this video. I'm still working on growing this channel as much as I can, and if there's anything in particular that you're wanting to see here, please let me know. I am super open to suggestions, as long as it is having to do with cash stuffing and budgeting, or even homesteading. If you guys want to see some of that on here, just let me know. I can definitely do that. So I hope that y'all have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Bye.